Over 1.2 million visa holders are currently living in the UK under temporary status, but what if thousands of them no longer qualify after March 1st? What if the rules you trusted yesterday are completely different in just 3 days? The UK government has introduced sweeping immigration changes that could affect workers, students, families, and even those planning to apply this year. And the most shocking part? Many people still have no idea how serious these changes really are. Imagine waking up to find that your salary no longer meets the new requirement, that bringing your spouse now costs far more than expected, or that the path to permanent residency just became longer and stricter overnight. These are not rumors. These are real policy updates backed by official announcements and legal briefings. So before March 1st arrives, you need to know exactly what is changing, who is affected, and what steps you must take now to protect your future in the UK. Number 1. Salary Threshold Shock. Starting March 1st, one of the most dramatic immigration changes comes in the form of a higher skilled worker salary requirement. The minimum salary threshold has increased significantly, meaning thousands of current and future applicants may suddenly find themselves below the qualifying line. In simple terms, if your job offer or current salary does not meet the new benchmark, your visa approval, renewal, or extension could be at risk. This change is part of the government's broader strategy to reduce net migration and prioritize what they describe as high-value skills in the labor market. What makes this shift so serious is that many people accepted job offers months ago under the old rules. Now, with the updated financial requirement, employers must pay more to sponsor foreign workers, and not every company is willing or able to adjust salaries. Official policy documents suggest this move is designed to protect domestic wages, but critics argue it could create labor shortages in healthcare, engineering, and tech sectors. The impact goes beyond numbers. It directly affects real families planning their future in the UK. If you are currently on a skilled worker visa or planning to apply, this is the moment to act. Review your employment contract immediately. Speak with your employer about salary adjustments if necessary. Confirm that your role still meets the new classification codes. Even a small gap below the threshold could mean rejection. Preparation right now could be the difference between security and uncertainty after March 1st. If this affects you, comment "salary check" below so we know who's impacted. That we put serious research and effort into breaking down these laws, so please subscribe and support the channel. It's just one click, but it helps us keep you informed. Number 2. Family Visa Income Rule. Beginning March 1st, the minimum income requirement for family visas is increasing sharply, and for many couples, this change could delay or completely block reunification plans. Previously, sponsors needed to meet a specific annual income threshold to bring a spouse or partner to the UK. Under the new rule, that financial bar rises significantly, making it much harder for middle-income earners to qualify. The government states this adjustment is meant to ensure families are financially self-sufficient, but for thousands, it feels like the goalposts have suddenly moved. What makes this change deeply personal is that it doesn't just affect paperwork, it affects real relationships. Imagine being legally married, financially stable by normal standards, yet no longer earning enough to live together in the same country. Official policy explanations suggest this will reduce pressure on public services. However, migration analysts warn that it could separate families for extended periods while sponsors attempt to increase their earnings. If you're planning to apply for a spouse or partner visa, now is the time to calculate your exact income carefully. Include salaried work, self-employment earnings, and any eligible financial savings. Double-check documentation requirements because even small errors could lead to delays. If your income falls slightly below the new threshold, explore whether combining savings with salary may help you qualify. Acting before March 1st could prevent months, or even years, of separation. If this rule could affect your family, comment "family first" below so we understand your situation. That we research these updates deeply to protect you from surprises, so please subscribe and stay informed. One click today could save you from costly mistakes tomorrow. Number 3. Student Visa Restrictions. From March 1st, international students will face stricter limitations on bringing dependents and switching visa categories. Under the updated rules, most postgraduate students, except those in specific research-based programs, can no longer bring family members to the UK. This shift is part of the government's effort to reduce overall migration numbers, but it has sparked serious concern among students who plan their education around family support. For years, the UK promoted itself as a welcoming destination for global talent. Universities attracted thousands of students by offering flexibility, work opportunities, and post-study options. Now, with dependent restrictions tightened, many students must choose between pursuing higher education and staying close to their loved ones. Policy briefings suggest the aim is to prevent misuse of the student route as a migration pathway. However, higher education analysts warn this could reduce international enrollment and impact universities financially. If you are currently studying or planning to apply, you must act strategically. Confirm your course type immediately to determine whether it qualifies for dependent sponsorship. If you intend to switch from a student visa to a skilled worker visa, review the updated eligibility timeline and sponsorship requirements. Start financial planning early because fewer flexibility options mean less room for last-minute adjustments. March 1st could redefine what studying in the UK truly looks like. If you're a student or planning to study in the UK, comment Student 2026 below. We work hard to simplify complex immigration laws, so please subscribe and support the channel. One click helps us keep bringing you critical updates before deadlines hit. Number 4. Graduate route tightening. Starting March 1st, the UK's popular post-study graduate route is facing increased scrutiny and potential tightening measures. While the visa itself is not being completely removed, the government is introducing stricter compliance monitoring and reviewing how graduates transition into long-term work visas. Officials argue that the goal is to ensure the route is used for genuine career progression rather than as an automatic extension of stay. For many international students, the graduate route has been a safety net, a 2-year window to gain UK work experience without immediate sponsorship pressure. But under the new direction, employers sponsoring graduates may face tighter checks, and switching into a skilled worker visa could require closer review of job roles, salary levels, and sponsorship legitimacy. Policy analysts note that this change is part of a broader effort to reduce overall migration figures while maintaining quality over quantity in skilled labor. If you are currently on a graduate visa or planning to apply, now is the time to be proactive. Secure a qualifying job offer early, confirm that the salary meets updated skilled worker thresholds, and ensure your employer holds a valid sponsorship license. Avoid last-minute transitions. Keep all employment records organized because increased compliance checks mean documentation matters more than ever. March 1st doesn't end opportunities, but it makes planning absolutely critical. If you're on the graduate route, comment Graduate Plan below. We carefully analyze every update so you don't miss crucial details. Please subscribe and support the channel. One click keeps you ahead of every immigration change. Number 5. Health Surcharge Surge. Beginning March 1st, the Immigration Health Surcharge, IHS, is increasing again, and this change alone could cost families thousands of pounds upfront. Every visa applicant who plans to stay in the UK for more than 6 months must pay this fee to access the National Health Service. With the new rates, applicants will now face a significantly higher charge per year of their visa. For a 5-year visa, that increase multiplies quickly, creating serious financial pressure before approval is even granted. The government explains that the rise is intended to better fund public healthcare services. However, migration experts point out that the surcharge must be paid in full at the time of application, not in installments. That means families applying together could see an immediate bill of several £1,000s just to submit their paperwork. For many middle-income households, this becomes a major barrier, especially when combined with higher salary thresholds and visa application fees. If you are planning to apply or renew, calculate your total cost now. Multiply the new IHS rate by the full length of your visa, including dependents. Start saving early and avoid last-minute applications without budgeting properly. Even a small miscalculation can delay your submission. March 1st doesn't just change eligibility, it changes affordability. If these rising costs worry you, comment IHS impact below. We break down these financial changes so you're never caught off guard. Please subscribe and support the channel. One click keeps you prepared for what's next. Number 6. English Requirement Expansion. From March 1st, the UK is strengthening its English language requirements across multiple visa categories. While English testing has always been part of certain immigration routes, the new update expands who must prove proficiency and increases scrutiny on accepted test providers and score levels. This means applicants who previously qualified under older standards may now need to retake exams or provide additional documentation. The government argues that stronger language skills improve integration, employment opportunities, and long-term economic contribution. Policy briefings highlight research showing that migrants with higher English proficiency tend to earn more and rely less on public support systems. However, the reality for applicants is more pressure, more preparation, and potentially more cost. Even small technical issues, like using an outdated test provider or missing a score requirement by a narrow margin, could lead to refusal. If you are applying for a skilled worker, family, or settlement visa, verify that your test is still valid and approved under the updated rules. Check expiration dates carefully, confirm minimum score requirements, and avoid assuming older results will automatically qualify. If necessary, book a new test immediately to avoid processing delays. Language may seem like a simple requirement, but under the new rules, it becomes a decisive factor. If you're preparing for an English test, comment English ready below that we simplify complex rule changes so you stay ahead. Please subscribe and support the channel. One click today keeps you informed tomorrow. Number 7. Sponsor crackdown measures. Starting March 1st, the UK government is launching a serious compliance crackdown on licensed sponsors. Employers who hire foreign workers under the skilled worker route will now face tighter audits, stricter reporting duties, and faster license suspensions for even minor violations. This means your visa security may no longer depend only on you, it also depends heavily on your employer's compliance record. According to official guidance, the Home Office plans to increase site visits, review payroll records more closely, and cross-check job roles against actual duties being performed. The goal, they say, is to prevent misuse of sponsorship licenses and ensure that foreign workers are filling genuine roles at the correct salary level. However, immigration lawyers warn that even small administrative errors by employers, such as delayed reporting of role changes, could result in license suspension. If a sponsor loses its license, workers sponsored under that company may have limited time to find a new employer or leave the UK. If you're currently sponsored, this is the moment to protect yourself. Confirm that your employer's sponsorship license is active. Keep copies of your employment contract, salary slips, and job description. Stay alert to any company restructuring that might affect your role. Under these new measures, being proactive could save your immigration status. If you're on a sponsored visa, comment sponsor status below that we research these updates deeply so you're never blindsided. Please subscribe and support the channel. One click keeps you one step ahead of every rule change. Number 8. Fast-track deportations. Beginning March 1st, the UK is introducing faster removal and deportation procedures, reducing the time individuals have to respond to certain immigration decisions. Under the updated framework, appeal windows may become shorter, and case processing timelines are expected to move more quickly. The government states this reform is designed to increase efficiency and remove individuals who no longer have legal status without lengthy delays. Official policy reasoning suggests that a faster system will reduce backlogs and discourage visa overstays. However, legal experts caution that shorter response periods mean applicants must act immediately when they receive any notice from the Home Office. Missing a deadline, even by a few days, could severely limit appeal rights. In complex cases, especially involving overstays, sponsor issues, or documentation gaps, time becomes your most valuable asset. If you currently hold temporary status, make sure your documents are valid and up to date. Do not ignore official emails or letters. Seek professional advice immediately if you receive a refusal or curtailment notice. Under faster procedures, waiting could cost you the opportunity to challenge a decision. March 1st makes preparedness more critical than ever. If you're concerned about your status, comment "Stay alert" below that we work hard to bring you clear and timely updates. Please subscribe and support the channel. One click helps us continue protecting your future with accurate information. Number 9. Residency rules tightened. From March 1st, obtaining indefinite leave to remain, ILR, also known as permanent residency, is becoming more demanding. The new changes introduce stricter assessments around continuous residence, income stability, and what the government calls good character requirements. While the official qualifying period may remain the same for many routes, the review process itself is expected to become more detailed and less forgiving. Government policy statements suggest these adjustments aim to ensure that only those who have made a consistent economic and social contribution secure permanent status. However, immigration advisors warn that small gaps, such as excessive time spent outside the UK, tax discrepancies, or minor legal issues, could now face heavier scrutiny. Even administrative mistakes from years ago may resurface during the final review stage. For applicants who believed they were just months away from settlement, this could feel like the finish line has suddenly moved. If you are approaching your ILR eligibility date, act now. Calculate your exact days outside the UK, double-check tax filings, and ensure all employment history aligns with visa conditions. Gather documentation early instead of waiting until the final weeks. Permanent residency is still possible, but under the new rules, precision and preparation matter more than ever. If you're planning for settlement, comment ILR 2026 below. We simplify these complex residency changes so you stay prepared. Please subscribe and support the channel. One click keeps you informed before deadlines arrive. Number 10. Digital Border Control. Starting March 1st, the UK is expanding its digital border and biometric enforcement system, fundamentally changing how immigration status is monitored and verified. Physical visa stickers and biometric residence permits are gradually being replaced with fully digital immigration records. While this may sound modern and efficient, it also means your status will now be checked instantly through centralized databases shared across government departments. The Home Office explains that a digital system improves accuracy, reduces fraud, and speeds up border processing. However, immigration specialists caution that real-time data sharing means mistakes can have faster consequences. An incorrect record, outdated employer update, or missed status change could immediately flag your profile. Airlines, landlords, employers, and even banks may verify your immigration status electronically. Under this expanded system, there is far less room for delay or correction after an issue appears. If you hold a UK visa, log into your official online immigration account and review your digital status. Confirm your personal details, visa expiry date, and sponsorship information are correct. Keep screenshots and records of your status confirmation. In a digital system, accuracy is everything. March 1st marks a shift toward automation, and preparation is your strongest protection. If you've checked your digital status, comment Digital Ready below. That we invest time and research to break down every major change, so please subscribe and support the channel. One simple click helps us continue bringing you urgent updates before they impact you. March 1st is not just another date on the calendar, it represents a major turning point in UK immigration policy. From higher salary thresholds and stricter family visa income rules to tighter English requirements, sponsor crackdowns, rising health surcharges, and digital border enforcement, these 10 changes together reshape the entire immigration landscape. What once felt predictable now requires careful planning, detailed documentation, and immediate awareness. The margin for error is shrinking. For workers, it means reviewing contracts and confirming salary compliance. For families, it means recalculating financial eligibility. For students and graduates, it means planning career transitions earlier than ever. And for those approaching permanent residency, it means checking every detail, travel history, tax records, sponsorship validity, before submitting an application. The new system rewards preparation and penalizes delay. In today's environment, even small oversights can carry serious consequences. But here's the key message: information is power. These changes are significant, but they are not impossible to navigate. Thousands will still qualify, still succeed, and still build their future in the UK, but only those who act early and stay informed will move forward with confidence. Waiting until after March 1st could mean facing higher costs, stricter scrutiny, and fewer options. So take this moment seriously. Review your status. Speak with your employer. Organize your documents. Calculate your finances. And most importantly, stay updated. Immigration rules evolve quickly, and being proactive today can protect your tomorrow.